We're gonna delete a lot of stuff, probably the motor first, and okay, so what are we doing? We are driving about 45 minutes north of where we live. Up. Going to pick up a Miata. It's a 94, so that makes it 25 years old, because that was the same year I was born. So okay. That's math I'm capable of doing. We got a trailer from U-Haul. We got a little dolly, little front wheel dolly thing, and we took my dad's pickup. Steve went to an auto parts store, and lug nuts. Lots of lug nuts.
I like that they're individually wrapped, because that's going to be fun to take all of these off.
Yeah. The man with the Miata is coming from claims to own 3 other Miatas. The Miata man says that this Miata lacks almost everything that a car requires to move.
It doesn't have a motor, a transmission, an exhaust. It needs front brakes. I don't know if it's missing the calipers or if it needs a brake job or what the deal is with that. And the ECU. It needs an ECU.
It also lacks wheels, so in the bed of the truck is 4 wheels from Steve's other Miata.
I don't know at what point what I have aired in regards to the state of my car, but basically we'll recap to make it easy. I never explain things either. We're really bad with that.
It means we'd be good at podcasts.
Why? Don't talk.
Well, they're like, this podcast is about cars, and then they talk about everything but cars, and they're like, oh yeah, cars. I have a face for radio.
The Miata got rear-ended in a hit and run last year. We needed to replace the diff though.
Which we did.
We did. We upgraded it to a limited slip. You should have seen that. Link in the description.
Left or right?
Oh, hold on. Then more recently, the Miata got driven into again, but from the front. And there is frame damage, I believe. That trailer is not happy right now. But anyway, the radiator support's bent, and the bumper support is bent in. So the hood won't close all the way, because the latch doesn't line up with the hood anymore, and the space between the headlights is too small, so the hood kind of grinds against the headlight. So anyway, the Miata has been through far more than it should have, and it's been resurrected far too many times. So, my phone's at 0%.
Wow, you're on the charger.
This is not enough, I guess.
Excuse me, sir, do you own a Miata?
I found a 94 roller.
LS swap the new one.
No, LS swap it. We're gonna get, I'm gonna see if I can find another motor and transmission, because I've seen a couple for sale at reasonable prices.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice NC, and I don't think that's the first time I think I've ever said that's a nice NC. You want to just knock on the door?
No, I don't like communicating with other human beings. So.
Not directly. I gotta say, this is the nicest NC I've ever seen.
I love this thing. Do you? Yeah, but
they're usually like middle-aged mom cars. They're not usually the cool Miata.
They're not typically. And I searched for 8 months to get that. 8 months.
I like this one.
Radiator bracket bolts. You got Tupperware to go with it, and this is the diff, rear sub, diff.
Comes with free Tupperware?
Tupperware. The fans are in there. Almost the entire intake tract is there. There's a piece or two in the trunk. I wouldn't mess with it.
Top looks fine though.
Top is good. If you could seal it, maybe you bring it somewhere and get it sealed, it's different, but it's got some kind of adhesive, and then these interior plastics holding it together. But the top itself is in good shape.
All right, so I have a set of wheels that are, I have 2 NAs, 2 NBs, and one of each of them is flat. So it needs front calipers, rotors.
Calipers, rotors and pads always, but calipers and lines is what you need for the front. Actually, the rubber lines might be in there somewhere. I didn't check. I didn't look.
Let's do the boring financials first.
Sure.
You can see it back there, but he's back there. Mine's not fully cooked burger either. Yeah, no, mine's like medium. What are we doing today?
I think we're gonna try to cut some of the shit out of here. We're gonna delete a lot of stuff, probably the motor first, and step one complete. Steering second, we're only going straight, and I'm thinking that brake master cylinder can go. We're gonna shave this engine bay.
Yeah. Well,
Kinda.
yeah, it's a little more like a trim. I think.
Trimming it.
We're gonna trim the engine bay. We're gonna get rid of the charcoal can. We're gonna get rid of the washer bottle because I never use that anyway. We're gonna relocate this, so I'm gonna take it out now. Coolant overflow. And we're gonna try and see if we can tuck that loom and that loom into the fenders and see what else we can get rid of or move out of the way in the meantime. That should be out.
So what's that?
This is the charcoal can or the evap canister. It takes the gas vapors from the fuel line and then they condense or collect in the charcoal, and then when you start it up it burns off that or something. It's some like minor emissions thing that we don't need and it doesn't matter anymore.
Tell the environment you're sorry.
I'm sorry, environment. I am sorry for the marginal amount of increase in the global climate change that I am contributing to, and I feel terrible for that and understand that my role in this is very insignificant.
Captain Planet's gonna kick your ass.
Alright, I'm pretty sure this hose that came out of the charcoal can just goes into the subframe here and vents to the atmosphere somehow. It's just pressure relief. So I'm trying to take this off here, and I'm assuming that's what it is.
Oh, look
Well, I
at
broke
that.
it.
It was
Cool.
just vent to atmosphere.
Yeah, that went into nothing on the other end. So cool. Which means we can get rid of the rest of this line. I want to get rid of this too and put hood struts.
Yeah, I support that.
There's these two lines too. I have no idea what this is.
I'm recording, so you're gonna have to blank out again.
Yeah.
Can I show him? Can you blur his face?
I mean, if you really want to.
I'd say sorry to the editors, but I'm looking at them.
Next, we're gonna have to take the fenders and possibly the bumper off too. I think you need to take the bumper off to take the fenders off. And we're gonna look and see if what we can do about some of this going tucked a little more neatly. And yeah, let's just start on bolt and stuff.
$5 gift card to the person that can name this part correctly.
Don't show that. Why are you filming towels? Our upload schedule is terrible because it takes me forever to edit these.
Yeah.
Like, we have so much footage to sort through, and I want it to be entertaining, and I want to not to drag on and all that. We're always posting like videos of us working in the summer in the winter, and then videos of us working in the winter in the summer.
Yeah.
And, like, it's kind of just off, but I'm trying to be a little more instructional in this. Sometimes I have an idea of what I'm doing. And now it's loose, but there's a wire thing, semi-instructional. Pinch another clip to get that out. And it's a nightmare and a pain in the ass, as these clips usually are. And now the fender liner's out. Now we should be able to get to all the other bolts holding the actual fender on. So I'm going to start with that real pain in the ass one. You still need an extension for it. So, I have dirt in my socket.
We're going to put 12 extensions on the end of an impact gun and hope everything works out.
I did it last time. None of it's impact rated. It worked. We got the one in the door here out. This one needs lots of extension to be able to get to that. But we're going to get the last one up here off. One more in there. And it's on the bumper side. So there's another little nut up here you have to take off, and then however many bolts happen to be in your bumper to then get it loose from the fender and pull back a little bit. This bolt here, you have to get to it from this side, not this side. So you have to get enough of a space that you can get a wrench in there to get that one out, and then that should be the last one. The entire fender should be loose, and I should be able to just slide it out of here, pop it off those studs, and bada bing, bada boom. Now this is where they usually rust out, because all of this shit cakes on, stays wet, you get dirt and sand and stuff in there, and then it holds it up against the body, and this rusts out. I'd love some apples.
I would like
Can you
one
give me an
apple. I can't wait for you to have to blur this out.
It's going to be a fun one.
Thank you.
That's on fire in there.
What you doing, Steve?
There's like a rat's nest in the frame rail.
Spray some extra in there.
I
Really?
don't know if I want to spray it on an open flame. Yeah, that was bad.
That was a bad idea.